Hello, my name is Madhulika and welcome from the National Indo-American Museum, or in short, NAM, from Chicago, USA to everybody watching with us today. What is NIAM? What does National Indo-American Museum does? It builds bridges across generations and connects cultural through the diverse, colorful stories of all Indian Americans. We are delighted to present to you the story of Ram 2020, performed by Mandala South Asian Performing Arts. This virtual presentation of Ram's story from epic Ramayana starts from his birth, tells of his banishment, marks the milestone of his journey, adventures, and end with his triumphant return to his kingdom. We all grew up listening to Ram's story. We all grew up celebrating Diwali. What is so different about the story of Ram 2020? Our programming brings to you the artist and the culture from across South and Southeast Asia, presenting a feast of dance and music tradition from India, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Thailand, and the US, blended in a unique representation of this heroic narrative. The 5-day series will showcase 25-minute segments beginning at 7 p.m. Central Time, December 1st through December 4th, culminating with 100 minutes recap on day 5th and final bonus episode of Ram's return that is celebrated by Hindus as the festival of Diwali. And I'm honored to bring you and present to you the episode 2. Enjoy.
We return to the story of Ram. I am Hanuman, your humble tale teller. The Prince Ram has just married the beautiful Princess Sita, and they return home to Ayodhya and await to be crowned king and queen. However, Queen Kaikeyi has been listening to the words of her servant Manthara. Manthara reminds the queen of 2 boons she has received from King Dashrath for saving his life in celestial battle. She convinces Kaikeyi to use these boons to ensure that her son, Prince Bharat, is crowned king. Queen Kaikeyi listens to the words of Manthara and finally reminds Dashrath of her 2 boons. The first, that Bharat must be crowned king. The second, that Prince Rama must be banished to exile. King Dashrath is devastated. And so, Prince Ram, Sita, and Lakshman go into exile into the forest, away from their home of Ayodhya. But not all are pleased with this decision, including the new King Bharat. He stops the trio before they go far. He removes Ram's slippers and keeps them on the throne, for he is the true ruler.
राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम 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 सबको सन्मति दे भगवान सीताराम सीताराम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान भगवान श्री राम 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 श्री राम 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 श्री राम श्री राम रघुपति राघव रघुपति राघव रघुपति राघव राजा राम श्री राम 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 राजा राम श्री राम 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 राजा राम सीताराम जय सीताराम सीताराम जय सीताराम जय सीताराम जय राम 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 जय राम 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 जय राम 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 जय राम श्री राम पानी सा पसा नि पानी सा गा सा नि पानी सा गा सा नि पानी सा गा सा नि पानी सा गा 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 जय राम जय राम जय राम सीताराम जय सीताराम जय सीताराम जय सीताराम 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 जय सीताराम 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 जय सीताराम होंगे राजा राम अवध के होंगे राजा राम होंगे राजा राम अवध के होंगे राजा राम Dear daughter, come here. What is this celebration going on in Ayodhya? Amma, tomorrow is our dearest Rama's coronation. We are so happy. होंगे राजा राम अवध के होंगे राजा राम होंगे राजा राम अवध के होंगे राजा राम
Why are you so sad? What's the matter? Did Lakshman play tricks on you? If so, just excuse the boy. Say something. Are my sons well? Nothing happened to them, but something bad will happen to you soon. I am upset to you. Who is happier than Rama himself? Are you asking me to rejoice his coronation? Your son Bharat is in a foreign country and you don't think about him at all? You know that Swami is in Kaushalya's control. You just love to sleep, lying on the bed. You do not see the deceitful cleverness of the king? Stop it, Manthara. Rama is dear to me, and I am very happy and proud of him. Rama and Sita are very close to my heart. Do not poison my ears with your words. I will put you behind bars. What do you expect? Am I going to be queen from a meager servant? No, I am more worried about you because I care for you. And I can clearly see you and your son Bharat's fate once Rama becomes king. I can foresee the harm coming your way. But if you think I am wrong in saying so, then Queen Kaikeyi, accept my apologies. I know you love and adore Rama and Sita, but power changes the equation. Queen Kaushalya and King Dashrath are clever, and they are stripping off your son Bharat of everything he rightfully deserves. This is Kaushalya's grand scheme, to send your son to his grandparents so she can put her own son Rama on throne. Kaushalya's envies king's love for you, and that's why she wants revenge. She abhors your relationship with the king. Kausalya is your enemy. But if you do not take any action today, then you will never be treated at par with Kausalya, and if something happens to the king, you and your son Bharat will be put in prison. Every desire of yours will end soon. Manthara, what are you saying? Maybe you are right. I can stay anywhere, but I will never take orders from king's other wives. So what should I do? All the planetary stars say that your son Bharat will become the future ruler. King listens to you. If you agree, then I can tell you the plan. I am listening. You remember those 2 boons the king promised?
Oh Queen, why are you so angry? Oh Sumukhi, hey Sulochani, hey Kokilabayani, hey Gajakamini, at least tell me the reason for your anger. Hey honey, my subjects, my kingdom, wealth, son, even my soul are all under your control. If I say something wrong to you, then oh beautiful damsel, I swear on Rama that I will do everything in my power to make you smile. If your enemy is immortal, then I can kill him too. Hey beauty, you know my nature, that my heart beats for your moon-like face. Let your anger go. Please, tell me what I can do to please my queen. This is not the time to be somber, but to rejoice. Rama is going to be crowned as prince. Who will succeed me as king? Can you not hear the celebration all around? I am giving the crown post to Rama tomorrow. Oh, Sunaini the doe-eyed.
Hey dear, you always ask me for gift but never have given me one. You asked to give 2 boons. There is a doubt that you will fulfill your promise now.
Now I understood your heart. Believe you are very dear to me. You never asked for those boons again. My apologies, my darling. Ask for 4 instead of 2. There has always been a tradition in Raghukul to keep my word till my last breath. Raghukul reet sada chali aayi, pran jaye, par vachan na jaye. Tell me, what gift you want, and I will fulfill my promise to you.
Oh dear, listen. My first wish, to crown my son Bharat instead of Ram. And the second wish is to send Rama as a monk or a saint to an exile for 14 years.
I swear on Lord Shankara, Ram and Bharat are like my 2 eyes and are dear to me. Ram does not want kingdom. He is not greedy, and do not destroy the relationship of Ram with his brothers. Ask anything else, but do not be so heartless. You are Ram's mother too, and know him so well. Rama doesn't have the greed of the state, and he has great love for Bharat. I was following politics with the idea of big and small in my mind. Okay, I will crown Bharat tomorrow with pomp and show, but take back your other demand for his exile. I cannot bear the thought of sending Rama anywhere. Oh Kaikeyi, shake your conscience and do not take this decision. This act is going to chop the roots of Raghuvanshis and cripple us as a power. Oh Kaikeyi, don't do this.
I am not listening to your excuses. Do not try them on me. Either give me what I demanded or say no, and I will think that you do not stand by your words and you are a hypocrite. Do not try to misguide me anymore. So, hey king, if you do not send him to the forest, then remember I am going to take my life and you will be blamed for it. The decision is yours.
If you would have asked for my life, I would have happily given it to you. But do not kill me bit by bit in some separation. Oh Kaikeyi, you are a pure evil. I curse you that you will forever lament your decision. Oh Ram, I beg your mercy, my son. Oh Ram.
अस्य श्रीराम रक्षा स्तोत्रमन्त्रस्य बुधकौशिक ऋषिः श्री सीतारामचन्द्रो देवता.
What is the reason of my father's grief?
Oh Rama, listen. The reason is that the king has a lot of affection for you. He asked me for 2 boons and I asked whatever I liked. He seems to be in a dilemma. Can you end his tribulation?
I know about the promises he made to you. It's a blessing to obey your parents, and I will keep his words. I am so happy on the opportunity to live in forest where I will gain wisdom from the monks. The news of my dear brother Bharat becoming the crown prince fills my heart with pure joy. If I do not grab this chance to explore and learn, then I will count myself as a fool. I am just sad to see my father so anxious and sick.
Thank you, son. You relieved me with your words and promise. I'm sure your father will be all right now.
I am sure my father will be proud of his decision and on his eldest son. Nothing is dearer to me than his happiness and well-being. Wish you would have told this to me earlier, and I would have willfully given up everything for the sake of my family, brothers, and kingdom. I do not fancy a kingly life. but a life that grows on humility, pride, wisdom, and compassion. रघुकुल रीत सदा चली आई, प्राण जाए पर वचन न जाए. प्रणाम माँ.